We have only Isopanisad and Nectar of Devotion. So these two things, once they are done, Bhakti Shastri is done. Everyone is doing well, I think, So I remember finishing the first verse. Nikunjari Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. First sloka is done. Let me quickly say this.
Maybe I can pick, because we can take a recap for 1 minute. So basically, can everyone hear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Basically, Shrutis, very interesting. Shruti, and we what is it? Prasthanam, Prasthanatrayam. Prasthan means journey. So Shruti, and Nyaya. So Shrutis are mother. Smriti is like, Shruti is like Upanishads and Vedas. Smritis are Puranas. And, the Nyaya is actually Brahma Sutras. So Acharyas, all Acharyas except Puranas also, Madhvacharya, Shankaracharya also, Ramanacharya and Bhagavaswami. So Isopanishad, Isa means controller. Supreme controller, Parama Isha, So basically, Upanishads, actually, there are 108 Upanishads. I have a question for all of you. What is the essence of all the Upanishads? Bhagavad Gita,
Bring
Isopanishad,
about Krishna.
Gita Upanishad, so Bhagavad Gita, Sarvopanishad, Gavo Dukta Gopala Nandana, Partha Vatsa Sudhir Bhakta Duktam Gita Amritam Mahat. So, the essence of all the Upanishads is Bhagavad Gita. It's called Gita Upanishad, that's why. So Upanishads basically, basically, what is that? God is a person, Anyway, let us see this. Sambandha Avideya Prayojana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was speaking to Sanatana Goswami. So, Sambandha means we are not the body, we are a spirit soul. So, we have a relationship with the Supreme Soul. The first lesson of Gita is we are not the body. So, and we are a spirit soul. And we have a connection, Sambandha. We have a relationship, but that is forgotten. To awaken that relationship, to revive that relationship, we need a process. So absolute truth is explained in 3 phases. Vadanti tattattva vidastattam yajnanadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabdate. Brahman Paramatma Bhagavan. Brahman Paramatma and Bhagavan. Brahman is Bhagavan's bodily effulgence. Paramatma is his localized feature, Vishnu Tattva. Bhagavan is the fullest manifestation, So, Bhagavan is actually, God is personal or impersonal? God is personal with unlimited energies. Like if you see sun and sunlight, in the form of sunlight, sun is everywhere in an impersonal form. But sun is very far in one place. So same like that, God, we say Bhagavan, is in one place like fire. So like the fire is big fire, it is seen everywhere. So like sun is seen everywhere through sunlight. Sunlight is impersonal, but sun is personal. Sun, actually I'll tell you, sun globe and sun planet and sunlight. Three things. So like sunlight is actually like Brahman. Sun planet or sun globe is a Paramatma, localized. But there is a person who is controlling the sun planet, Surya Narayan. So likewise, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan is, Paramatma is his localized portion, and Brahman is all pervasive. So according to Upanishads, according to Isopanisad, at least Bhagavad Gita Upanishad, God is a person and he is a person with unlimited energies. Parasha Shakti Vidya Srite Swabhavik Jnana Balakriya Cha. So we have forgotten that relationship, but we are connected with him. Sambandha, relationship. So 4, 5, 8, 14 verses plus invocation speaks of this sambandha. Abhideya process, to revive that relationship, these were rest of the verses 1, 2, 3, 9, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18. But process, for example, if a water drop falls from the cloud, it's very pure when it falls from cloud. But when it falls in the mud, finally, it becomes contaminated. So such a muddy water drop doesn't even know one time I was very pure. But if you collect that muddy water, just mud, and apply the process, fractional distillation process, boil it, collect the vapor, and distill it. So likewise, we also have to go through the process. And the process of purification and revival of that sambandha, that relationship is called abhideya, the process, bhakti yoga. But then what happens? The prayojana, goal. What is the goal? You'll realize your spiritual form. In your spiritual form, what next? You'll serve. When you're part and parcel of Bhagavan, so you will go back to Bhagavan in your spiritual form and you serve Bhagavan. How many of you understood? You all know this, of course. Understood, right? That's why sadhaka has to be one-pointed. As sadhaka has to have this goal. So Isopanishad, some Upanishads they emphasize on Brahman, some Upanishads they emphasize on Paramatma. But Isopanishad emphasizes Isha means controller, means God is a person. Person cannot be impersonal. Controller cannot be impersonal, right? So this establishes this Isopanishad establishes the authenticity of ISKCON. It brings us closer to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Prabhupada actually he gave a class in Conway Hall, London, England. So Prabhupada is with means to know, Veda means knowledge. But we need, why do we need knowledge? Why do we need guidance? Our senses are imperfect. Our senses are imperfect. Same thing comes in the next verse also. So we have imperfect senses. What are the 4 problems human? What are the 4 defects human has? Humans have.
Hare Krishna, imperfect senses, deluded mind, commit crimes, and cheat to hide the crimes. Hare Krishna.
The third one is what?
Commit mistakes and they cheat to hide the mistake.
Yeah. We have imperfect senses. Because of that, we tend to become, become illusioned. And the third one is we have because our senses are imperfect. So we commit mistakes, and apart from that, we have ego, false ego. That's why we have a cheating propensity. These four things. So, but Vedic knowledge is not like that. Vedic knowledge is apaurushaya, infallible. Vedic knowledge is all in all. So axiomatic truth. The axiomatic truth means they accept it as it is. Why? Then you say, why should I accept it? Honestly speaking, everyone who is in the call, we studied for so many years. It's only axiomatic truth. They just told me accept it. 2 + 2 is 4. You accept this. Actually, we have more faith on scientists than the actual results. Every book you read is actually axiomatic truth. Means what? There is no proof. As it is, what are they told? Of course, they did experiments. Gaurang Prabhu made a nice point. You just go and say, I did, acceleration due to gravity. I did it, I got exact perfect. It is 8.2. Then they say, you have become better than Newton. Bring it close to 9.8. Then only I'll give you the marks. So we have more faith in scientists than the actual experiments. So it's axiomatic truth. So, but not, Vedas are not like that. Vedas say Kaudang is pure. That's why actually, Vedas say if you touch stool, you should take bath. But Kaudang is cow stool. We bathe Krishna with Kaudang. If you touch bones, you should take bath. But, we blow conch shell. Why Vedas say that? So, Vedic knowledge comes from Krishna. That's why it's Apaurshaya. So, what is that? Shruti, Vedas, Vedic knowledge. Tene Brahma Hridayadi Kavya Muhyanti Yat Surya. Tejavarmritam Yatha Vinvayatra Tisargam Rishodhamnasya Sadanashkakam Sadanirashtakuhakam Satyam Parandhyamahi. So, knowledge comes from, Krishna gives knowledge to Brahma through the flute vibration. And Brahma got the knowledge. Brahma gave it to Narada, Narada gave it to Vyasa, Vyasa gave it to, like that. It came in for disciplic succession. So Prabhupada writes nicely, if you want to know who your father is, go and ask the mother. Because if you want to know who God is, go and ask Vedas. Because when you were not there, father and mother were there. That's why we do not know. So that's why, what is that? We need to accept authority. What are the 3 ways we can acquire knowledge? Pratyaksha, Anuman, and Shabda. What are the 3 ways of knowledge? Pratyaksha, Anuman, and Shabda. So, Pratyaksha means you acquire knowledge through senses, direct sense perception. That may go wrong. Second one is Anuman, means research, inference. Scientists say because we are using our senses to tabulate results, even Anuman may go sometimes wrong. But what is the third one? Shabda, authority. If you want to board the flight, you have full faith that this pilot will take you there. When you are sick, you go to doctor. So likewise, because to get treatment, your doctor is authority. To repair your slippers, cobbler is authority. Likewise, to know God, Vedas is authority. So Vedic knowledge is given in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So, Nigamakalpa Tarovar Galitam Phalam Sukha Mukadamrita Yata Samyatam Bhagavad Marasamalayam. You need original jackfruit, not artificial fruit. You know? So, what is the proof? But knowledge works. What is the proof that knowledge works? Hey, your life will become better. Your life will become better. So that is the proof you are getting the right knowledge. So the pranam is Aroha Pantha, Avaroha Pantha. You know, Aroha Pantha, Avaroha Pantha means you receive knowledge from higher sources. You know, not the research, inductive and deductive. You know, Aroha Pantha means you try to find on your own. No, research is already done. We don't need to do it. Excuse me. Research is already done. So you accept it, parampara system. Why? Because our senses are imperfect. Just accept it as it is. So, out of three, Pratyaksha, Anuman and Shabda is better. Dharati. Teachers. Parampara system. Krishna says in Gita, Evam parampara praptam imam pravarshiyo vidu. So, the knowledge is, it is self-evident, self-consistent. So, accept the parampara, accept the knowledge as it is. Prabhupada says, there is no speculation. Prabhupada came to America, gave the knowledge. Based on parampara system, it has transformed the lives. Hare Krishna. It has transformed so many lives. Lives have become better. So, Isopanisad actually speaks, as I said before, Isopanisad, God as a supreme controller, Isa, Upanishad. Upa means close. Ni means sit under. Shat means guru. Upanishad means sit close to a guru and learn from him. So this Upanishad speaks of God as a person, controller, supreme controller. Listening, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Any question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Anupram, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Prabhuji, the Shastra Praman and the Shraddha Praman are same, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Okay.
So the first verse is Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudchati Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Visishyate. That is the first verse. Invocation mantra. Purna. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Visishyate. So supreme, that absolute truth, God is a person, is complete, Purna. And from him, so many complete wholes come, not HOLE, but WHOLE. We are all Jiva souls. We are also complete. A material world is an emanation from Supreme Personality of Godhead. Material world is also complete. So the Supreme Lord is complete, full. He is also complete in all aspects. From him, material world, super spiritual world, material world, everything came. That's also complete. And there are unlimited living entities. How many? Unlimited living entities. And every living entity is a complete unit. So though he has created from him, the so many planets and so many the material world and spiritual world, so many living entities, they're all complete, still is complete. Because there is actually, sometimes the people think, you know, God has disintegrated himself into unlimited, he has lost his existence. No. This verse is telling Purna, God is Purna. From him, so many Purnas came, still he is Purna, and all the living entities and the spiritual world, material and spiritual world that came, that is also complete. But despite generating unlimited complete wholes, he is still complete. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Visishyate. No. So it's very important actually, So, so what is that spiritual world? Actually, it is said, sun emits 1 minute, not 1 minute, 1 minute, the energy. Ever since human beings came into existence, we have not used the energy generated by sun in 1 minute. Amazing. 1 minus 1 in the spiritual world, which is Tripad Vibhuti, and the material world is Ekpad Vibhuti. So, but spiritual world, 1 minus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 1. Complete whole. No? So, with us, we have a deficiency. Water, okay, you use water, then after some time there is a shortage. But with Krishna, with God, he is perfect and complete. There is unlimitedness. So Prabhupada is also giving an example. Plane is moving, we get disturbed. But the earth is moving very fast. Honestly speaking, one time I meditated on this. And until science said, you just see sun is going from this side to that side. But we don't think earth is moving fast, right? Same thing with sun actually. The seasons, earth is bent in 2300 degrees. Then seasons happen. Wow. Sometimes people write so many poems on moon, crescent moon. But, like for example, you have children, they play with the small, what do you call, cars. They play small trucks. Likewise, Supreme Lord, Krishna, he is actually dealing with the sun and moon. And we are writing poems. Oh, they're so beautiful. They wax, moon will wax, moon will wane. But the moon is a huge planet. And you go 10 light years, you see million planets. Many times I told this. 20 light years, you see million planets. You go 100 light years, you see million planets. You go 1,000 light years, you see million planets. You go, what is that? Million light years, you see million planets. You go billion light years, you see million planets. Scientists are amazed, but they're all working in unison. They're all moving in their orbits. Hare Krishna. Wow. So God is not like not like you and me. Full and complete. So Mayavadis, they what is it? Impersonalists. They refute. They say no, God is Brahman. No. God is a person, Bhagavan, with unlimited energies. How to prove? Krishna is not coming from Brahman, but Brahman is the source of Krishna. Krishna is the source of Brahman, but Brahman is not the source of Krishna. Can anyone remember the verse? Huh?
Brahmano hi pratishtha.
Brahmano hi pratishtaham amritasya cha yesya cha sasatasya cha dharmasya sukaikantikasya cha brahmano hi pratishtha. I am Arjuna. Brahmano aham pratishtha. Brahma is coming from me. Wow, what a powerful verse. Krishna is telling, Krishna is making it milk and water. So, God is a personality with, of course, unlimited energies. He can emit unlimited energy, still not changed. That is good. That is good. Hare Krishna. Isa means a proprietor. Proprietor means power. Power is there. When power is there, powerful is there. Sometimes people try to understand Radha and Krishna, Don't try to understand Radha and Krishna. Why? First of all, that person, Akhilanda Koti Brahmana Nayaka, he is the owner of and controller of unlimited crores of Akhila and Koti, unlimited crores of universes. Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. He has unlimited, he is the owner and controller of unlimited number of crores of universes. Hare Krishna. And he is not that he is so busy. He is always busy, No. Mere is a desire, they all function. Hare Krishna. Not that he is super busy and, rather than he comes and says, no, right now there is a planet problem, there is that problem, this problem. Krishna can never, no, not like that. He is performing what is that? Purushobodhini Upanishad says, Supreme Lord is enjoying with, he is performing unlimited leelas with his devotees. Hare Krishna. So if we understand this one aspect, we should get rid of our Mayavadi concept. How many of you are listening? Because we have somewhere, there is this, we have this mentality. Maybe, maybe not. What do you think? You all agree? And Prabhupada would speak Mayavad. These Americans in New York City, they would think Prabhupada is Mayavad is a group in India that Prabhupada had a problem, that's why Prabhupada is speaking. Later they understood. Mayavadi is not a group in India, Prabhupada had problems. We have the tendency. No, Krishna is there in Golok Vrindavan. And Mahavishnu is generating all the universes from his body. I have a question for all of you. Can Krishna's body generate unlimited number of universes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Sure?
Absolutely. Yes, Prabhuji.
Anybody else?
Yes, Prabhuji.
He can, but actually the unlimited planets are coming from Mahavishnu's body.
But can Krishna generate? Yes, sir. No, that's it.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Is it as many universes as there are pores in his skin? Is it as many universes as there are pores in his skin?
No, my question is, can Krishna generate universes the way Mahavishnu generates from his body? From the pores of his body, so many universes come from Mahavishnu's body. Yasya kanisvasita kalam atavalambya jivantilo milja jagadananada Vishnu mahan sahi yasya kala yasya govindamadi prashantam maya. There is a verse. So my question.
Krishna. There is Mukunda Mala says Ananta Koti Vaikunta Krishna. He can generate many Vaikuntas. So each one generate many universes.
Prabhuji, when Krishna can generate Mahavishnu from his own body, how can't he generate the multiple number of universes that are coming from Mahavishnu?
Yes. So the answer is Jiva has 50 qualities, Lord Shiva has 55 qualities, Mahavishnu has 60 qualities. One of the 60 qualities is he can generate universes from his body. But Krishna has the 60 plus 4 more qualities extra. Only Krishna has it. So that includes Krishna's body can generate whatever Mahavishnu does, Krishna can do plus 4 more. That one has to be very clear. The 64 qualities only Krishna has it. So Krishna can do all what Jiva does, Brahma does, Shiva does, Vishnu does, Narayan does, plus he has 4 more. What are the 4 more qualities?
Rupa Madhuri, Guna Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, and Prema Madhuri.
Rupa Madhuri is there. Leela Madhuri is there.
Venu Madhuri.
Is there. There's one more.
Prema Madhuri.
Prema, yes. So Krishna, he is a person with unlimited energies. All the acharyas are accepting it. You know. But we are jivas, 10 power minus 4 tip of the hair. So we cannot be God, we cannot be a proprietor. We are only, we can only cooperate. We are Prakriti, So nobody can claim that proprietorship. No, nobody can generate the universes from his body. No jiva can do that. And jiva is only supporter, cooperator. But jiva is not a proprietor. If you understand, you should understand that aspect. You should understand that aspect. So Vedas, Krishna is a proprietor. Vedas are telling they are apaurishaya, they are infallible. Vedas don't have 4 defects. So Krishna transferred that Vedic knowledge to Brahma's heart. And and Krishna is not controlled by material nature. And Krishna controls Mamamaya Duratya, Maya Dakshana Prakriti Suyate Sajanajanam, Hedana Nanakonte, Jagat Viparivartate. Answer. So this is 7 point. Krishna says in Gita Bhagavad Gita, Aham Sarvasya Prabhava Matastaram Pravartate, Itamatta Vajante Aham Bhudavava Samanvita. Arjuna, I am the source of material world and spiritual world. Everything emanates from me. If you understand, so if you understand with your intelligence, then you will worship me. So there is no sentimentality in worshiping Krishna. And there is one more verse. Matta Partaram Nanyat Kinchidis Dhananjaya. Maisara Vidam Pratam Sutremani Ganayava. There is no superior truth beyond me, Arjuna. Matta Partaram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. Maisara Vidam Pratam Sutremani Ganayava. There is no superior truth beyond me. Hare Krishna. You're listening, right? So, he is a supreme proprietor and the para prakriti, apara prakriti. Para prakriti means spiritual world. Apara prakriti means material world. Maya, Mahamaya. Para prakriti means Yoga Maya. So the way, Parasha Shakti Vividaya Sruti Swabhavik Jnana Balakriyacha. So, he is in one place operating like fire. From fire comes heat and light. So many energies come from him. Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Samhara Shakti. So many Shaktis he has. They act. All he has to do is just, whatever he thinks will happen. You're listening, right? Why can't I claim? Living entity is not a proprietor. Why can't we claim that role? So what is that? Sometimes we create a big building. If you see, Krishna has created 24 elements. And actually now 5 elements: earth, water, fire, and ether. No scientist can create anything on his own. We actually know today people are doing PhDs and that and this. What is that this degree is about? How to exploit Mother Earth or how to exploit nature. That's it. Agree or not? Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
That's it. Nothing else. So you may have some intelligence. It's also given by him to use these elements, 24 elements. But they're all created by him only. So Prabhupada writes, nature, Krishna has created nature so nicely. Jivo jivasya jivanam. Narada Muni says in 5th canto. Grass is created. Cow eats the grass, gives the milk. Very interesting. And the cow doesn't drink that milk. We use it. So what is that? Deer eats the grass. But tiger eats the deer. So likewise is a human cycle, Jivo jivasya jivanam. No? So the legless means the grass is food for four-legged, and herbivorous animals are food for carnivorous animals. So likewise it's a cycle. So nature, the laws of nature are so perfect. Sometimes we try to exploit others, and if you really ask me, in this many years, finally I realized nobody can take anything from this world. There is one book called Bhumi Gita, chapter called Bhumi Gita in Srimad Bhagavatam. That Mother Earth says, so many kings came and they try to control me. They think they are the owners, but eventually they are swept away by the power of time. I'm still there, but they are not there. But now, what is the goal of the universe? Anybody? The goal of universe is to reawaken our Krishna consciousness. Be situated in the Krishna consciousness and go back to Godhead. That is the goal of this world. If you understand that, you'll be single pointed, you'll be focused. If you do not know this, or if you do not accept this, then you'll waste your time enjoying. Listening or not?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
So we have a relationship. That's the reason why Prabhupada writes, we don't have class, like, for example, Prabhupada actually one time Peter Barrow said this. Human beings give a, just give a cow to a tiger or lion. They can rip off the tiger, they can rip off the cow and eat. But you give a human being can never, with no weapons, can never rip off. That is how, the meat is not a solution. Meat is not given to humans because of the body structure, because of the digestive system, short, or that long intestines, So for us, we are given fruits, milk, vegetable stuff. So we should offer it. So we are not, Prabhupada says, I'm not against non-vegetarianism, but Prabhupada says we are, because in the case of vegetarian also, he kills some plants. There is some karma. But if you really want to become immune from karma, just become a prasaditarian. Offer food to Krishna, vegetarian, and eat it. So if you understand the goal of life, what's the goal of life? Goal of life is to go back to Godhead. Karma concept is there only for humans. So if you lead your life carefully, then you're not incriminated by the laws of karma. Then utilize your human life, will go back to Godhead. So there is an example. Honesty among thieves. So 4 thieves, they went and they stole they robbed the bank. They came back and said, let us honestly distribute this money among ourselves. Hey, where is the honesty? Or you are robbed. So likewise, where is the honesty today? People are robbing nature. Robbing nature. Whose nature? Krishna's nature. Why in the society there's a problem? Because people are not accepting God. Isavasi, that's the next verse actually. Krishna has kept a quota for everyone. Just accept your quota and be happy. If everyone becomes spiritual, everyone accepts Krishna and leads his life or her life, the world will be a much better place to live. But today, we don't accept God. Then what happens? There is always a fight for human resources. Natural resources. That Prabhupada talks about communism and capitalism. Prabhupada says, why communism and capitalism cannot work? Capitalism means some people, few bunch of people keep all the money with them and they try to control others by giving them salaries. That's America, countries, They make people work under them, paying little money. So seeing this labor class, what labor class people will do? Hey, you are giving us less, you are exploiting us and you are making all the money. So communist people are creating equality. Everyone is equal. Prabhupada says both are wrong. Why? Capitalism is telling, we have money and few people keep the money and try to control others. Communists are telling, no, everyone is equal. Why both are wrong? Both are not accepting God. So, spiritual communism works. Spiritual communism means spirituality works. Everyone becomes spiritual. You accept your quota. Don't be greedy. And then give it to the rest, Now, keep whatever your quota. That's it. Don't go for extra. Don't be greedy. If everyone is Krishna conscious, Prabhupada said 1% of people become Krishna conscious, world will change. Only 1%. Hare Krishna. Today, even 1% people are not Krishna, pure devotees. Only 1% Prabhupada said. If everyone understands we are part and parcel of God, the goal of human life is to go back to Godhead. So, but when you have the body, utilize it. Your a portion is given to you, quota is given to you, accept it and just utilize human life for self-realization. Don't exploit others, don't exploit earth. Today, earth is exploited like anything. That's with all the reactions. Then the next verse, you know, can we read the next verse? So this is the first verse, and the next one is we'll read the verse. Everyone unmute and say this verse, very important verse. Isavasamidam
Isavasyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat
Ishavasa idam
tena tyaktena
sarvam
bhujitha magriha
jagatyam
kasyanam
yatkrit
magrudakasya siddham.
tena taktena bhujanti mangrata.
Well, let me repeat. You can repeat after me. Let me say. Isavasamidam sarvam
Ishavasa
Isavasamidam sarvam
yatkincha jagatyam jagad
yatkincha
Yatkincha
jagatyam jagat
jagatyam jagat
yatkincha jagatyam jagad
yatkincha jagatyam
Jagatam
jagat
Jagat
tena tyaktena bhunjita
Tena Taktena Bhunjita
tena tyaktena bhunjita
tena
Tena Taktena Bhunjita
magrudakasya swidhanam.
magridakasya
Yasvatnam.
stham.
Can one person read the translation?
Everything animate or inanimate that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So, this is a very wonderful verse. The first verse, invocation, we saw, what is that? We are all Purna, you know, and Krishna is Purna, Sampurna, you know, complete. From him, unlimited, complete whole scheme, jivas and universes. Still, he is complete. And that one person is taking care of all of us. You know? So now the Isavasimidam Sarvam, Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat, Tena Tiktena Bunjita, Magradakasya Siddhanam. So what is that? Everything animate and inanimate. Everything animate and inanimate, that is the proper, it's owned by Krishna. You know? It is owned by Krishna. So one should therefore accept only whatever is necessary. Everyone has a quota. And you know, you just accept whatever is your quota, but leave the rest. You know, actually, Isopanisad is if everyone follows Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada says, there are some other nations that they speak of vegetarianism, there are some other nations they speak about women liberty, there are some other nations they speak about compassion. The Prabhupada says just become Krishna conscious. All the good qualities will come. So acting in God consciousness, spelling is a small problem. Nishkama karma yoga. Nishkama karma yoga. What's the problem today? The problems are actually if everyone lives in this consciousness, if everyone, if everyone lives in this consciousness, what is the consciousness? Goal of life is to go back to Godhead. Lead a simple life. Krishna takes care of everyone. Eko bahunam yo vidadhati kama. So what is the problem today? 90% of the money is present with 10% of the people. There is so much exploitation. There is so much exploitation. How many of you agree? So there is so much exploitation actually. So can you see the screen? I'm sorry. No, right?
No, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Just give me 1 minute. I think some problem. Let me share the screen again.
Prabhuji, I have a question. Can we desire for future births that we should can have a continuous Krishna conscious now only?
Why do you want to come back to this world? You want to preach?
No. Like in case something. So we don't, if we go there, we don't come back, right, Prabhuji?
Yes. If you want to come back, you can come back.
No, okay.
But usually we don't come back. Yadgatvan nivartanti tadha paramama. So there are pure devotees. Lord Chaitanya says that he doesn't even ask for liberation. Mama janmani janmani shure bhavatad bhakti. So Lord Chaitanya says, Lord Chaitanya doesn't even ask liberation. Wherever you keep me, my Lord, I'm fine. I'm happy. I'll just do the preaching. Prahlad Maharaj says this. Narasimha Swami tells him, come back. But, Prahlad Maharaj says, as long as the fools and rascals are there thinking, sense enjoyment is ultimate, I will not come back. That's why Prahlad Maharaj is in Sutala planet with his grandson Bali Maharaj preaching to the demons. But they're all super Maha Bhagavad devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. But devotees, if you have qualification, you have a strong desire to come and preach, there's nothing wrong. But material world is not an easy place. Krishna says in Gita, Mam pe tegonte dukhalam shashvatam. So Bhakti Gyan Maharaj says this. Why should we go back to spiritual world? We need association, strong association. So to practice Krishna consciousness, that's possible there in the spiritual world. That's why we should go to spiritual world, and stay there. That desire is bona fide desire. You're understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
But you want to come back and preach, that's also right. There's nothing wrong. So, so this, what is why? Okay, let us see. So Krishna has created this universe so perfectly. We all should know. What is that? Earth is 1/4, 3/4 water only. What if 3/4 land and 1/4 water? Anybody? What will happen? If 3/4 land and 1/4 water, then what will happen?
Too much population, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Even our body has 80%, 70% water, Prabhuji.
True. So, but the question is, why Krishna has created 3/4 water and 1/4 land? Why not 3/4 land and 1/4 water?
Maybe, Prabhuji, because human life is the crown jewel of transmigrating, and it starts with aquatics, and then plants, and then animals, and so it's mostly aquatics when the spirit souls come down the earth. First form of life.
Okay. Anybody else? I have one more question also. Why not? Why water is why it is salty water? It should be sweet water. We could not have had any problem, water problem at all. Why it is salty water? Huh? Who can answer this question?
Is it indicating material ocean? Vast ocean, vastness.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, because water needs to be preserved. If it's without water, with water without salt, then it get contaminated easily.
Anyway, I'll answer. 3/4 water and 1/4 land. If it is 3/4 land and 1/4 water, the water would have been evaporated by this time. There is no life on the planet. And second thing is, if the water is, because salt water has a lot of density, so this water is more. That's why the water vapor goes deep into the land, inland, and maintain the humidity is maintained. That's how the life is maintained. Krishna has a plan for everything. Only water has this property. What is that? At 4 degrees temperature, anomalous expansion, the top layer of the water freezes. If this quality of water is not there, you would not have seen fish. You would not have known a word called fish or aquatics. See, there is so much of technicality. There is so much of reasoning behind everything Krishna does. So when it becomes cold, when the temperature drops, what happens is, because of this one quality of water called anomalous expansion, the top layer freezes, keeping all the aquatics safe. Hare Krishna. Also, when the temperature is dropping, water, so the environment, absorbs the moisture from the atmosphere and causing the top layer to freeze. All the liquids, they freeze at 0 degrees, but only water freezes at 4 degrees. Wow. So the law is there, lawmaker is there. You're understanding? So there is this actually, every aspect, every minute, you see laws and control. When the laws are there, means lawmaker is there. So in the countries like America and big countries like America and Canada, where the ocean is not so close, there are 5 lakes in Michigan. Means because for the humans to live, you need humidity in the environment. But the land mass is so high, the ocean is not so close, then what will happen? Then there won't be any human lives. So for that reason, countries like America, and where the land mass is very high, there are lakes, Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, St. Clair's Lake. So then what happens is the water vapor from these lakes is carried out into the deep inlands to maintain the human life, to maintain the life, not just human life, to maintain the life of the creatures. You're listening or not? Amazing, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
So there is a reason here. It's very easy to prove the existence of God than to disprove it, disprove his existence. So today, everyone calls nature. Prabhupada says this, uh, you pay the water bill, everyone pays water bill. So, okay, because why are you paying water bill? Because the municipality is pumping the water. You are calling it nature, okay, but who is giving you water? Are you paying him the bills? Isavasimidam sarvam, yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Why today everything is withdrawn? People have this overpopulation. Prabhupada said this. Even if population is 10 times more, Mother Earth can maintain. But people become atheistic, Mother Earth will withdraw. What is the example? Fourth canto Srimad Bhagavatam, Prithu Maharaj example. Prithu Maharaj says, hey, Prithu Maharaj want to kill Earth. Earth says, no, my Lord, why are you trying? You are my protector. Why are you trying to kill me? Prithu Maharaj says, we are doing all the sacrifices. You are not giving anything. No, my Lord. That's not my mistake. When people become atheistic, I withdraw. When people become atheistic, then what I do is I just hide those things. Today, where is the strength in the food? The strength in the food is becoming less and less and less. People should live 100 years. How many people live 100 years today? The strength in the food is not there. And the medicines are not there. Mother Earth is withdrawing. Why? Can anyone answer? People are becoming atheistic. In Mahabharata war, many times I said, one arrow goes into your shoulder, you will pull it, and in the bleeding arm, you take little medicine, apply, it is cured there and then. Where is such medicine today? And people would eat, during Mahabharata war, they would eat, they would do their nice sadhana, they would do their practice, spiritual practice, and they would eat at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And that food is enough for them. Whole day that would sustain them. Morning 6 o'clock to evening 6 o'clock. That type of foods were available those days. But where is that type of food today? People are eating all the, that meat, this meat. What is the end result? Every fourth person has cancer problem. Are you agreeing or not? So, what is the problem? People are atheistic. People don't accept the hand of God. Isa, controller, supreme controller. They don't accept Krishna's hand. People are going to temples only to click pictures. Hare Krishna. So what's the solution? Accept Krishna consciousness. Accept Krishna consciousness. Whatever quota you have, take it. And leave the rest. Don't be greedy. So goal of life is to go back to Godhead, become a devotee, then lead a Krishna conscious life. Nishkama Karma Yoga. What is Nishkama Karma Yoga? Whatever the activity you are performing, Krishna says in Gita, Ma Manasvara Yudhyacha. Arjuna, you fight for me. So you all are, your families. You take care of them with Krishna in the center. Goal of life, you do everything for the pleasure of Krishna. So I was telling, what is the benefit of solution? Even isms cannot be accommodated. Capitalists think, they try to exploit, they'll employ labor class and they try to keep all the money with them. Then communists are telling, no, that is wrong. Everyone is equal, share all the resources. Prabhupada said both are wrong. Why today, actually, wars are happening right now as I'm speaking. Actually, I was traveling recently. There, they were showing on the TV, this Russia is shooting, throwing the bombs are hitting the Ukraine buildings. There are 2-3 wars going right now. Why? Resources.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Ah,
I have read, I think Prabhupada said that capitalism cannot work because it is the Vaishyas, the merchant class, that is in charge. And communism cannot work because it is the working class that is in charge. And it needs to be the Kshatriya with the advice of Brahmanas that need to be in charge for the society to work correctly.
true. No, but why Brahmana? Brahmana means intelligent class. Brahmana says Brahman is platform on the Brahmajanati Brahmana. God is the center. So you made a point. Thank you. Kshatriya, it has to take guidance from intelligent class. Kshatriya means administrative class. They take guidance from Brahmin class who are intelligent, spiritually very advanced, and rule the society. But yeah, you're right. What is that? Capitalism means like Vaishyas. Vaishya means Rajogun Tamogun combination. And communism is like Shudras, Tamoguna. Then where is the problem? So capitalism, this is exploitation. Communism also, because Prabhupada says both are not accepting God. But if you accept Krishna as in the center, if you keep Krishna as center, so if you spiritually motivate people, Prabhupada says even at least 1% Brahminical class is there today. Krishna consciousness people are there. World will become better. Today everyone is like a Shudra, Kalo Shudra Sambhava. In Kali Yuga, everyone is a Shudra. Working class, labor class. Because of that, the problem. Prabhupada says if you live for, with Krishna as the center goal of, if you keep Krishna as the goal of your life, you can live for years. You do everything for pleasure of Krishna. If you have this consciousness, you live for thousands of years, no problem. You have no karma. Next life also you'll get human life because you're accumulating. You will never fall into animal species. Hare Krishna. So, how to practically apply this solution? So what's the problem here? Problem is we are stuck in the cycle of birth and death. Nobody understands this. You hold on to the position as long as you are there. Just hold on. Arey, as soon as the acharyas the kings in the past, they would go to the forest. They try to go back to Godhead, but nowadays, until last breath, you try to exploit. Hare Krishna. Bondage. stuck in cycle of birth and death. Why? Because nobody follows the rules. Nobody follows Shastra. Everyone is violating the nature. Hare Krishna. Then the nature's laws are very strict. America has 50%, every second person has mental problem, 70% of marriages are divorced in first 3 years. Not just America, all over the world. Europe also like that only. 50% of marriages are divorced. Where is God in the center? Goal of life, I am this body. As long as you please me, as long as you please me, we'll stay together. Sex life is the center. One lecture I heard Radhana Swami says, when we were married, we were beautiful. 20 years later, you're not beautiful. Now we leave you. Hare Krishna. Hey, you will also become old, sir. Why you don't understand? So all this communism, capitalism, they're all different isms. It's nothing but sense enjoyment. That's it. What is the solution? Solution is law. In human life, we have karma. Karma means it will give you punya, pious activity. Means you'll get pious results. What is the problem with pious results? You'll go to heavenly planets and enjoy. Vikarma means, karma means according to the scriptural, Shastra, Karmakanda. Means you do this yajna, you'll go to heavenly planets and enjoy. You do this yajna, you'll go to that planet and enjoy. Punya means pious activity. But it'll put you into the cycle of birth and death. Vikarma means against Shastra, against scriptural injunction. That will give you sin, suffering. We don't want pious results, we don't want bad results. What do we want? Bhakti, devotion, devotional service, akarma. Means you do everything for the pleasure of Krishna. You do everything, samsiddhi haritoshanam. You do everything for the pleasure of Krishna. So stay where you are, sthana sthita shrutigata tanvan munavir, and keep Krishna in the center and continue your life. And accept Krishna as authority. See Krishna in everyone's heart. Husband has to serve their wife and kids. Wife has to serve husband and kids with seeing Krishna in their heart. So Krishna has arranged, Krishna arranges a quota for everyone to live. Unless you're very demoniac in the previous life. There is a little punishment. Even if you see today, Krishna maintains everyone. Everyone gets 3 square, everyone gets meal. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Even the cruel people. That is Krishna's compassion. So utilize human life. Goal of life is to understand I'm not the body but spirit, soul. Spiritual knowledge. Today, actually, religion is the one that divides people. Means there is no proper understanding. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
So, but if you understand that, proper understanding, Krishna is present in everyone's heart as super soul, irrespective of what religion we follow. Then what we do is we take care of everyone we serve. No? So that's why it's called Nishkam Karma Yoga. What is Nishkam Karma Yoga? You perform bhakti. You're not fruitive. You're not fruitive at all. You do everything for the pleasure of Krishna. Samsiddhar Haritoshnam. Atahpam Vidyaja Varnasrima Vyasvanasya Sishya Dharmasya Samsiddhar Haritoshnam. So what is the goal of spirituality? Become free from 3 modes of material nature. When you become three modes, naturally, as you attain Krishna Prema, Shraddha to Prema, slowly you'll become free from three modes anyway. Practice pure bhakti. What do you think? So, what is it? Understand, we are stuck in the three modes of mental nature, mode of passion, goodness, and ignorance. And this body is very. I am present, and I'm stuck in the cycle of birth and death, taking different bodies. Taking different bodies. Now I have attained human life. I should utilize human life to purify my existence and go back to Godhead. Never, because old age and disease and death so difficult for anybody. Even if you have a lot of money in the bank, body if it starts failing once you touch 50, it happens for everyone. Maybe you can, if you have little good karma, you can do more. But so it's difficult for anyone. But that's why one has to utilize human life. We do not know what we are going to get next lifetime. So with Krishna in the center, Isa Vashamidam Saram Yatkincha Jagatim Jagat. Accept Krishna's role and authority. So lead a Krishna conscious life. And understand Krishna's the nature is working under Krishna's direction. Maya Adhyakshana Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. Then what happens is we don't do bhakti just because somebody is watching us. We do bhakti because Krishna is watching us. We do bhakti because three modes are in action. We do bhakti because time is running out. We lead responsible life because it is our life. It's very, very important. So actually, we practice bhakti yoga. Nishkam karma yoga is actually beginning. But what we do, we practice bhakti yoga actually. Bhakti yoga means we do everything for the pleasure of that supreme controller. We call it Krishna. What do you think? So, any question or comment? Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Speak louder.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Just a comment that I really enjoy reading the introduction by Prabhupada. I thought it was so thorough in explaining how everything works. Can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes.
I thought the introduction of Isopanisad was very thorough and scientific and so clear about explaining everything about our condition and how to get real knowledge, that it's not an ascending process. And I've read it a couple of times, and I feel like I need to share this with everybody I know to explain what is Krishna consciousness, because a lot of people think it's a sect, but I feel like this introduction from Isopanisad is really explaining what is Krishna consciousness. Actually, it's for the most intelligent people.
True. Actually, I encourage everyone to read the introduction and the invocation and the first verse. Anyone has any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it. Anyone has any question or comment?
Prabhuji, how is your health? Can we know?
It's not part of Isopanisad course. I'm improving. Definitely, I'm improving. And I said right, old age is not easy for anyone. So I'm slowly getting in there. So whatever I'm speaking with my realization actually. So yeah, I'm actually recovering very well.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
But still some problems are there, and then I need to recover. If there is nothing, still 6 minutes time is there, So then,
Prabhuji, actually, I have a question about the study of Sri Upanishad. Are we going to have some assignments, like next hour of instruction, one assignment and then one exam, since it's so short?
Yeah, same thing. No, Isopanisad has 18 verses. Little. So I don't remember how many assignments. Yeah, that I can answer this next session. But yeah, I can answer next session.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So if nothing is there, then all right, we can finish it here. Vancha kalpatarapishya kripa sindabhya paditanam pavanam cha vaishnavya. Antakota Vaishnavandaki Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. I'm ending now.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.